Hello everyone and welcome to my second video. And in this video, I'm gonna talk more about my experiences in Australia and why I would say or I would recommend other people to immigrate to Australia as well. So, the first thing that struck me about Sydney when I landed here the first time about 5 years ago was the sheer number of uh, immigrants that you see in the general population here. So when I was thinking of immigrating to Australia, I would have never thought that there would be so many people from different parts of the world who would be calling Australia home. And so the first train that I took from the airport, I could see like there's people from there's a lot of East Asian people, a lot of Indian people. I could see like people from every race and community in there, and that was a big surprise for me. And I that instantly made me feel at home, and also I felt that I have made a right decision of coming to Australia. Um, and having said that, like the one of the reasons why people want to immigrate to Australia is obviously uh, most people who are from the developing world, from different parts of Asia. For them, the main motivation is, let's be honest, guys, money, right? That's what makes the world go round. So obviously, one of the main reasons for people who immigrate here is they want to increase their income, they want to have a better life, they want to make more money, definitely, maybe save more money here and then help out their family and friends back home. So one of the things that I would like to tell you guys is that in fact Australia, in absolute terms, Australia does have the world's highest minimum wage in terms of hourly rate. So that does translate into pretty good income if you're even if you're doing like a basic job. And that's one of the things that would, like, when you're doing a research on the countries to immigrate and you see that, oh yeah, Australia has the highest income rates in the world, so that instantly makes you think about considering Australia. But I wouldn't say that that should be your only criteria to come here. There are other very good reasons that should you have to consider. One of the things I would say is that Australia has a very good work life balance. So, by law, your employer cannot force you to work more than 38 hours a week, which is 7.5 hours a day. So, I mean, if they need you to work more than that, they have to pay you more money. So your hourly rate, whatever your hourly rate is at that point, they will have to pay you one and a half times of that. So which is, so if you work more, you get more money basically. And it's a very it's a law and everybody has to follow that. And there's if your employer forces you to work more and they don't pay you, you can definitely go to the court and get that sorted there. So the judiciary system is very good here and things like that. But one of the things I would like to stress about also is, if you are thinking of raising a family or raising your kids here, for people who are born here, people who have Australian citizenship, there's a lot of perks and opportunities and benefits uh, offered by the Australian government, especially when you're like just moving out of your parents' house when you turn 18 and when you start going to university, which is called uni in Australia. So when you go to uni, it's like there's a lot of help from the government that you can get. You can get your tuition fees subsidized from the government. So basically, you don't have to pay anything now. You go to uni, and the government will take care of the tuition fees. And when you get a job and start making money, you have to pay it back. So that's how it works there. And even apart from that, like the universal healthcare system that we have here, the Medicare system, it's amazing. And uh, you just visit the doctor. If you're not feeling well, you just go to the doctor and you don't have to pay anything. You just get if you are a PR or if you have a citizenship, you get that Medicare card and that takes care of everything, all your basic general practitioner. It's called GP. So if you visit the GP, you don't have to pay anything. If you go and visit a specialist for any specific requirements, then you might have to pay some part of it. But yeah, the initial visit for the GP is absolutely taken care of by the universal healthcare system that Australia has, and it's a very good system, I would say. And there are a lot of other benefits and things like that that you have to consider, and it's not just about all about the money. So yeah, and I would also like to share with you an amazing story that I know from a person I met. So basically, I booked an Uber and I was going to work. So I usually take the train, but that day I was late and I decided to book an Uber. And I waited for my car to arrive, the Uber to arrive, and then I just took a seat there, and then I started talking to the Uber driver, and it was like probably a 20-25 minute drive. But in the 25 minutes, I got to know so much about that person, uh, and his story was truly amazing. Like he told me that he was from Bangladesh and he came to Australia as a refugee. And initially, when he came here, he had to stay in a refugee camp for about 3 months. And I asked him further about how was that experience of being in a refugee camp, because a lot of people have raised questions on the humanitarian issues. Like some people say that, and some part of the media says that refugee camps, the life is very difficult, and you're not taken care of well, and you have to struggle and everything. But from what he told me, from what I got to know from him, because he immigrated about 5 years back, and there was a different set of rules and different government at that time, and the mindset about the immigration and refugees was very different than it is now across the world, and even here in Australia. So what he said was that he felt really amazing. He had a very good experience in the sense, like, he felt like the refugees, the people who were with him, and he himself had a were taken care of very well, in the sense like they were provided all sorts of help. He even said that, like, the day they landed in the refugee camp, the first week itself, they were provided with the language translator and language interpreter. So if somebody is having problem with communicating in English, so the Australian government officially provides an interpreter service for them, so that they can integrate with the society and start learning English, and they can communicate their feelings and their ideas and whatever they need that they have. And also, he said one of the most amazing experiences that he had in the first week was that he was taken to a mall, and they just asked them to pick anything that they like, and it was paid off by the Australian government. So that was, he said, like, they treated us like guests, and he felt very well taken care of, and he was very happy the way he got treated. So obviously, he had to spend about 3 to 4 months in that camp until his papers and everything got processed and everything. And then after that, he was allowed to enter the country and find a job and things like that. And he said that he was very happy doing what he's doing here. And he even is able to save money and send back to his family. He said his wife lives in Bangladesh, and he's thinking of bringing her to Bangladesh, to Australia as well. So all in all, I would say that even from the humanitarian perspective, Australia is a very well respected and well known country. And I would say that in every aspect, like, if you have to consider all these aspects as well, because it might not matter to you at this point initially when you are thinking of immigrating, but later on, when you come here, when you get a job, when you settle down, all these things would matter to you eventually, I guess. So every person is different, but yeah, it does matter to me. So that's why I thought it would be good to tell you guys the story. So I guess that's about it. That's all I wanted to tell you guys in this video. Thank you very much for watching, for coming back to my channel again, and I will see you in the next video. See ya. Bye bye.